Hey, this is Romeo. Calling from Long Island, but I'm originally from Framingham, Massachusetts.
What's up, Romeo?
What's going on? I'm a grad student at Stony Brook. I'm actually a PhD candidate, and I've been thinking a lot about Kamala's strategy for this election. And my question is, why aren't people focusing on the one dimension, the one factor that Kamala can focus on, I think, personally, that can probably swing the election in her favor? And that is the aesthetics of being anti-establishment or populist, right? So to give a little background to what I'm saying here is, I view this as kind of a balancing of equations, where you just want to have the bigger number on your side of the equation and you win that way, right? You want to maximize your votes. So, Donald Trump, for all of his flaws, he has the populist, appeal, the anti-establishment appeal, and Kamala Harris is really struggling to capture that, which is why in the New York Times reporting in their polls, you see that people are demanding change, like the vast majority of people want change, or change candidate, and they view Donald Trump as the candidate that can bring that change, but they don't see Kamala that way.
Wait, did the Times poll say that?
Yeah, this was the pre-debate poll.
Well, she's now crossed 50% favorability, and I think she's much more effectively marketed herself as the change candidate than Trump. I agree with you on the populism stuff. She should be emphasizing her housing policy more, for example, as opposed to just all this middle class talk over and over again. But I don't know if you're right about your assessment about who's viewed as the change candidate, to be honest with you.
She's also in the administration now, which makes it a little bit more challenging, but that's what she's attempting to do. Yeah.
He's also
right. So I agree that, selecting someone like Tim Walz is an attempt to do that. And I'm hoping personally that in the VP debate, people will be able to, take away from that this ticket overall is, at least somewhat anti-establishment. But I think that this is a dimension of the competition that goes beyond policy in a way, or just kind of different at least.
Well, I think all what you're talking about goes beyond policy, because neither one of them is right. A radical change, and Donald Trump is not going to drain the swamp. All that stuff.
Exactly.
It's aesthetics. But so what's your point?
So my question is, this is, I think, all hands on deck kind of an effort, where, it's not just the campaign itself, but, everyone that's trying to support her campaign, people like you or people going out and knocking on doors. I think I would prefer to see a coherent strategy of instead. I think I'm not saying you do this. I actually think that you guys are, me and my girlfriend both love you. We think you're the best show on the left, which by extension makes you the best show. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. But
all right, we got to be quick.
I would say that, yes, so people, I think everyone involved, including you, but also everybody, the campaign itself, instead of this return to normalcy thing, which I think is what, Joe Biden tried a little bit.
Just tell us, what do you think that the campaign should be doing?
I think Kamala should kind of take down the veneer of trying to be a, standard politician and just do the, roll up her sleeves and say, I'm not reading off any lines. I'm not doing any kind of pre-recorded interviews. I think she really needs to go into this is who I am as a person. I'm going to be as real as possible to show you that I am not a standard politician. I think the liberal and progressive label
I got to tell you,
isn't necessarily the toxic one.
I know what you're saying.
I think it's the politician.
I get you.
Label that is the toxic brand here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right to a certain extent. But I think the ship has sailed on this. To be honest with you, we're 5 weeks out from an election. There's no national, she started from the point of being the vice president. The idea that she's going to say I'm no typical politician. I just think that's a very hard, move for her to make at this point. But I appreciate the phone call.
I appreciate the sentiment. I think maybe if we were to pin down what the caller was saying a little bit more, perhaps more of an approach that's more tailored to not just moderate Republicans, which it's been for the past few weeks, but towards emphasizing more union support and working people, and perhaps one word on the minimum wage would be nice. You can expand the electorate in multiple directions, and it feels like they're laser focused on one. But in terms of the change candidate thing, I don't think it's close. I think she's absolutely, from a strategy perspective, you've got to give her praise, because they've been able to make that case while she's vice president. They keep saying turn the page.
He was president.
He was not going back.
Right. We're not going back.
They're doing as much as they can within the constraints of being the sitting vice president.
And she can't say
I'm not a politician. That's what
She was AG, and then she was senator, and she was vice president. So she's the most politician-y politician you can think of. So she can't. It's just not what he's asking for is a different candidate.
She should do Theo Vaughn.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks.
Yeah.
Well, she probably should do some of that. To be honest,
she should
go out on podcasts. But I think they're trying to play it safe. It's not what I would do, but and it's very hard for us to somehow change the narrative by saying she's a change agent when the campaign's not doing that, because it's not, first
and
of all,
to be fair to them, they have extremely limited time frame to define her, and we know how many people in this country don't really know anything about Kamala Harris, don't know her record at all.
Also, they're winning, so
and
they're not going to change anything. I'm much more skeptical of Sienna and those results right now.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.